Good afternoon. My name is Grace Siggers. I'm a SNAP Ed nutrition educator for Southern University. The parish I work is East and West Carroll Parish. Since COVID happens to be a known thing in our area and most of the areas around, we want to keep our bodies safe. And a way to keep our bodies safe, we need to make sure our food is safe. We need to clean it. We need to prepare it all at a safety mode. My topic is food safety. It's a known fact, the more we know, the healthier we grow. Some questions are asked. What is foodborne illness? Why is it important to practice safe food? Foodborne illness is a sickness that is transmitted to humans by food. Food germ illness are bacteria or germs in food that grow very quickly in warm, moist conditions. You can't see or smell harmful bacteria that may cause foodborne illness. Safe steps in food handling is cooking and storage are needed to prevent foodborne illness. Many people get sick each year from the food they eat. Most cases of foodborne illness don't last long and usually are not life-threatening, but some are very serious and can cause death. So let's be careful. Anyone can get a foodborne illness from contaminated food, regardless of how rich you are, how poor you are, how pretty you are, or how ugly you are, you still could get a foodborne illness. Groups that are higher risk are children, elderly, pregnant women, and people with illnesses are weak immune system. Some important facts we need to know about food safety are, let's follow these 5 steps of safety to help your family with foodborne illness. Remember, let's clean, wash our hands, kitchen surfaces, and fruits and vegetables. Wash your hand with soap and water for at least 20 seconds before and after handling food and after using the bathroom. Changing diapers, sneezing, coughing, or blowing your nose. Like I say, with the pandemic going on, we need to wash them all through the day whenever we get a chance. And if you don't have any hot soap and water, let's use a hand sanitizer. We also need to wash our countertops, cutting boards, utensils in hot soapy water. After preparing each food item and before proceeding to the next food, to sanitize countertops and cutting boards, use a sanitizing solution of 1 teaspoon of chlorine bleach to 1 quart of water. You don't have to go out and buy those expensive Lysol cleaners or the Clorox cleaners. We can always use the chlorine bleach to 1 quart of water. Don't wash our meat or poultry. If you feel they need cleaning, wipe with a damp disposable paper towel and discard it. If you place these foods in the sink or drain them in the sink, be sure you sanitize the sink with a diluted bleach solution like the one I told you about. Okay, our fruits and vegetables. We go in the grocery store, we know the fruit's supposed to be already clean, but it's never late to be too safe. So we're gonna wash our fruit. Before preparing fruits and vegetables, wash your hands with warm water and soap. Make sure your cutting board, countertop, and utensils are clean before you begin. Also, rinse them. Thoroughly rinse fresh produce under running water before cutting them, including those with skins and rinds that are not eaten. Packaged fruits and vegetables labeled ready to eat, washed or triple washed, don't need to be washed. Never use bleach or detergent to wash fresh fruit or vegetables because the residue left behind are not intended for consumption and might make you sick. Scrub. We have some vegetables that we need to scrub, like the melons and the carrots. We need to put them on a warm running water and take a vegetable brush and let's scrub them until they're clean. If there is a damaged spot or either mold spot, always remove those spots from it. Okay? Step number 2 is separate. Don't cross-contaminate. What do we mean by that? Okay, let's keep raw meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs away from other fresh or ready-to-eat foods. When shopping, put them in a separate grocery bag, because if you put them up there and they're not in a bag, the juice is going to drip down on your other food. And always try to get your perishable items last. Get your canned goods first, then go and get your meats and your dairy products. Place raw meat, poultry, and seafood on the bottom shelf of the refrigerator to prevent juices from leaking onto the other foods. Use separate utensils, cutting boards, and dishes for raw meat, poultry, seafood, or eggs, and for cooked foods. Number 3, cook. Cook food to the right temperature. That is very important. Avoid the danger zone. The temperature range between 40 degrees and 140 degrees Fahrenheit is the danger zone. Bacteria grow best in this zone. Most germs that cause foodborne illness are killed by cooking foods to these internal temperatures. How we do that? We need a thermometer. We have a cooking thermometer. Use a clean food thermometer to measure the internal temperature of meat, poultry, seafood, casseroles, and egg dishes to make sure the food is cooked all the way through. Insert the thermometer about 2 inches into the food or sideways in the food that aren't at least 2 inches thick. Our eggs, a lot of us like scrambled egg. So we should make sure your scrambled egg should not be runny because that could cause salmonella. Microwave food to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Stir and rotate this dish by hand if you don't have a turntable. Once or twice during cooking. Observe standing time, including direction on food packages. Reheat food to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Use a food thermometer to make sure food reaches the proper temperature. We need to reheat sauces, soups, and gravies to a full boil for at least 1 minute. Don't partially cook food with the intention of finishing it later. Partially cooked food reaches this danger zone, which was 40 degrees and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. If you pre-cook food to finish on the grill or in the oven, transfer the food to another heat source right away. Hold hot foods at 140 degrees or warmer and cold food at 40 degrees or colder to keep bacteria from growing. Number 5, clean. Number 5, which is thaw. Thaw food the safe way. How many of you all actually lay your food on the countertop to thaw and leave it out all day and all night? I remember a long time ago, our elderlies, we used to do that. Never thaw food at room temperature. Use one of these methods to thaw food safely. Cook immediately after thawing. Plan ahead and thaw foods in the refrigerator. If you are in a hurry, defrost food in the microwave. Your microwave should have a defrost symbol on it. Put food in airtight wrapping and thaw in cold water. Changing the water every minute to keep the water cold. Next, let's do a refrigerator check. Use a thermometer to be sure your refrigerator temperature stay between 40 degrees and 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you hear what I said? I said 40 degrees and 32 degrees. It's just as bad to have your freezer too cold as it is to not have it cold enough. Because if your freezer is too cold, your refrigerator is too cold, it's gonna freeze your milk or all of your liquid products. Okay, so once a week, throw out perishable foods that should no longer be eaten. You can't tell by looking or smelling whether harmful bacteria are growing in your leftovers or refrigerated foods. If in doubt, throw it out. We also need to keep our refrigerators clean. Just because it's in the inside don't mean it don't get dirty. Let's wash our refrigerator surface with hot soapy water. Okay. Lesson challenge. Now, after learning more about food safety, I challenge you to practice food safe handling. Like I said, wash your hands, your kitchen surfaces, fruits, and vegetables. Don't cross-contaminate. Keep raw meats, poultry, and seafood away from fresh or ready-to-eat foods when shopping. Cook foods to the right temperature. Chill, refrigerate properly. Thaw, defrost frozen foods the same way. Then again, my name is Grace Siggers. I'm a SNAP Ed Nutrition Educator for East and West Carroll parishes. If you need me, please feel free to reach me at www.suagnutrition. And also, at the end of this survey, I would like for you to go to www.suagnutrition.com and do our survey. And like I said, let's stay safe, let's be safe, and let's cook our food safely.